I just wanted to see if I could still pull guys, she said after sleeping with a stranger on our anniversary, so I took the ring back and left. Now she's alone, and every mutual friend sided with me. Hey viewers, before we move on to the video, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button if you want to see more stories like this. Thanks. I didn't think I'd be the guy writing one of these stories. But here we are. My ex-fiancée told me, word for word, I just wanted to see if I could still pull guys. She said that like it was normal, like it was just some harmless, flirty detour, not something that detonated 4 years of my life. It happened on what should have been a big day for us, our anniversary. I had booked a weekend getaway. I wrote her a handwritten letter, something I did every year. There was even a little gift, nothing flashy, just a necklace with a charm shaped like the lake we took our first trip to. But she never showed up to dinner that night. She texted an hour before. Hey babe, I'm feeling kind of off today. Just exhausted. Can we do something chill tomorrow instead? That wasn't like her. Emily loved dressing up. She loved anniversaries. She used to count down to them like holidays. So yeah, I was a little thrown off. But I wasn't suspicious, not yet. I told her it was fine, that I'd keep the weekend plans open in case she felt better the next day. She sent a heart emoji and told me she loved me. 2 hours later, she was tagged in someone's Instagram story by a girl we both knew, a casual mutual. They were out, at a bar, and Emily was not dressed like someone having a girls' night. Short black dress, heels, perfect hair. She was laughing at the bar, sitting shoulder to shoulder with some guy I'd never seen before. He had his hand on the small of her back. My stomach dropped, but I didn't blow up her phone. I didn't comment. I didn't even text her. Instead, I sat there, alone in the apartment I had spent 2 weeks cleaning and decorating for our low-key night, with her favorite wine still unopened and the letters sitting on the coffee table. I didn't sleep that night. She came back the next morning at around 11. Hair messed up, hoodie half-zipped, same heels from the night before in her hand. She didn't expect me to be there. Oh, you're still home? She asked, like she walked in on me watching TV, not like she'd just ghosted our anniversary. Yeah, I said, standing in the kitchen. Didn't feel like going anywhere after you canceled. She gave a weak smile, rubbing her eyes. Sorry again about that. I wasn't feeling great. You looked fine last night, I said calmly. Saw Qley's story. That wiped the fake sleepiness off her face in a second. She blinked. What? You were at that rooftop bar downtown. With some guy. Her face went slack. You were checking my location? I saw a story. You were tagged. Silence. She sat down on the armrest of the couch and let out this weird little laugh. Okay, look, can we just talk? I didn't say anything. I just stood there. I wasn't planning on it, she started, staring at the floor. We just started talking at the bar. He was funny. He bought us shots. I didn't interrupt. I just waited. She looked up, eyes wide like she was trying to read me. I don't even know his last name. That's supposed to make it better? No. I mean, look, I know it sounds bad, but I wasn't thinking clearly. She stood up and started pacing. I just wanted to see if I could still pull guys. I swear to God. She said it like she was explaining why she bought a dress she didn't need. I stayed quiet. I know it was dumb. I know it was selfish. But I didn't do it because of you, she added quickly. It wasn't personal. You did it on our anniversary. I wasn't thinking about that. I just wanted to feel something. I don't know, validation, or whatever. Her voice started shaking. It didn't mean anything. But you slept with him? She froze. Did you? After a second, she nodded. Just once. No excuses. No tears. I took a deep breath and walked to the bedroom. She followed me. What are you doing? I took the ring off my finger and placed it on the nightstand. Then I started packing a duffel bag. Wait, hold on. Can we just talk about this? I zipped the bag, walked back into the living room, and picked up the letter from the table. I wrote this last night, I said. Before I saw that story. Before I knew. She stared at the envelope in my hand like it was radioactive. I'm not giving it to you. I just want you to know it existed. She opened her mouth to say something. I think she was going to cry, maybe say she was sorry. But I was done. You're right, I said, walking toward the door. It didn't mean anything. Not to you. And I left. I didn't go to a friend's place. I didn't call my brother. I didn't text anyone. I just drove. For hours. No music. No phone calls. Just the sound of the road and my thoughts spinning like a broken record. I kept thinking about that line. I just wanted to see if I could still pull guys. She said it like she was talking about trying on a jacket. Like I was some comfortable old sweater she could hang back up after playing dress up with strangers. That night, I booked a month-to-month rental through a corporate housing site. Studio apartment, basic furniture, too clean to feel like home. But I didn't want home. I just needed somewhere without her in it. I didn't block her right away. I think part of me was still in shock. I kept staring at her contact, waiting for, I don't know, an apology that actually felt like one. Not some weak excuse soaked in ego and cowardice. She texted once around midnight. Are you okay? Please talk to me. I didn't respond. Not because I was trying to punish her, but because I knew if I started, she'd twist it. Make it about her pain, her mistake, her moment of weakness. I needed distance. The next few days were brutal. Waking up in a different bed, eating fast food because I couldn't bring myself to grocery shop, watching the news just to drown out the silence. I kept thinking about all the small things I'd lost, not the big picture stuff like the ring or the condo or the anniversary trip. No, it was smaller than that. It was the inside jokes, the shared Spotify playlists, the Sunday routines, the way she used to hum when brushing her teeth. And now, all of it was hollow. I had poured 4 years into building a life with her, and she threw it away for what? A free shot from a guy at a bar? I wanted to scream, but I didn't. I went to work. I nodded through meetings. I showed up to the gym even when I didn't want to. I kept breathing. That was enough for now. The next message came 2 days later. I know you're hurt. I get it. I wish we could talk without all the pressure. You're not even giving me a chance. Still calm. Still not sorry. I didn't answer. A few hours later, she sent a photo of the letter, the one I'd left behind on the table. She hadn't even opened it. Just took a picture with the caption, I haven't read this. Should I? I turned off notifications after that. I didn't need to hear her pretend to care. A week went by. Then the texts turned sharper. You're seriously going to ghost me after 4 years? So that's it. One mistake, and you're just done. You're acting like a child. You can't even have an adult conversation. It always amazes me how fast guilt turns into anger when you don't make yourself available for someone's comfort. I didn't answer a single one. That Saturday, I went back to the condo to grab the rest of my things. She wasn't home, or if she was, she stayed hidden. I had changed the locks on my own devices and unlinked my name from the lease. Quietly, cleanly, and legally, I found the anniversary gift still sitting on the table. Unopened. Untouched. Just like the letter. I left the key on the counter and walked out without looking back. No dramatic confrontation. No screaming match. No begging or closure. Just silence. And in that silence, I finally started to feel something close to peace. It took less than 2 weeks for the truth to spread. Not because I told anyone. I didn't post anything, didn't rant to the group chat, didn't go on some vengeance tour. But the thing about betrayal is, it never stays quiet. Especially when the person who committed it still thinks they're the victim. It started with Qley, the friend who'd posted the story that night. I guess she didn't realize she was outing Emily until it was too late. A mutual friend, Jenna, messaged me a few days later. Hey, was that Emily and Qley's story with some dude on your anniversary? I didn't lie. I just replied, yeah, I left. That's it. No details. But apparently, that was enough. Mutuals started putting the pieces together. A few of them texted me separately, saying they were so sorry or shocked she'd do something like that. I didn't respond to most of them. Not out of bitterness. I just didn't care anymore. But word got back to Emily. I know that because I got another message from her, this time a voice note. Her voice was sharp, defensive. If people are talking about me, it's because you let them. You could have just kept this private. But no, you had to make me look like a monster. I didn't respond. Again. But karma was already moving. Quietly. Efficiently. The first Real hit came from her roommate, Tasha. She and Emily had shared the condo since I left. A week later, I heard through Jenna that Tasha had moved out suddenly, told friends she couldn't live with someone who nukes their own relationship and then plays the victim. Then came the guy from the bar. Turns out, he wasn't some charming mystery fling. Just a guy who liked taking drunk girls home and ghosting them the next day. She messaged him after and got no reply. A week later, he was hooking up with one of her coworkers. That's when she found out he knew she had a fiancé that night and bragged about it. Ouch. But it got worse. Emily tried to play damage control, posting vague, inspirational quotes on Instagram like, "Sometimes people leave because they're not strong enough to grow with you." And, "Not everyone will understand your journey." Comments were quiet. Likes were low. A few of her usual enablers even unfollowed her. Word had spread further than she realized. Then I got a call from my sister. Emily called me. "What?" I asked. "Yeah." Out of nowhere. Said she wanted to clear the air. I told her not to ever contact me again. Apparently, she tried our mom too. Said she just wanted to explain what really happened. My mom's response: "Sweetheart, if you have to explain your cheating, it probably did happen." After that, I blocked her number. A couple weeks later, Jenna texted me again. "So, Emily showed up crying at Qley's party last night. Said she misses you. She was wasted. Thanks for the update," I replied. That's all. I didn't care to know the details. But she kept talking anyway. "She told everyone you were being dramatic. But then she started crying and said you were the only person who ever actually knew her." I put my phone down and laughed. Not because it was funny, but because it was pathetic. This woman nuked our anniversary, slept with a stranger, admitted it without shame, and now she wanted sympathy? The people who used to defend her weren't defending her anymore. She tried one more Hail Mary. I was walking out of my gym when I saw her standing near my car. Hair done, makeup on, like she was hoping I'd take one look at her and forget everything. "Hey." I said nothing. I just unlocked my door and got in. She stepped closer. "Can you just give me 5 minutes? I know IF ***** up." I looked straight ahead, started the car. "Please, I don't even know who I am without you." I backed out of the space. She stepped back, hands at her sides, watching me drive off. I didn't look in the mirror. She's unraveling now. You can see it in the desperation of her posts, the shift in her tone, the way she started clinging to the past like it's a lifeline. But I'm not angry anymore. Just done. She made her choice. Now she gets to live in it. After the gym incident, I figured she'd finally get the message. She didn't. Over the next few weeks, the messages turned from awkward apologies into a full-blown campaign. Blocked on her main number? She tried an old email we used for our shared streaming accounts. "I miss you. I hate myself for what I did. Can we please talk?" Blocked that. Next came a string of unknown numbers leaving voicemails. "I don't even know who I am without you. Do you even care about me at all? Please. You are my best friend. Just give me 5 minutes. One coffee." Each one more desperate than the last. Then came the apology letter, handwritten, for pages, sent to my temporary address. No envelope, just folded and stuffed in the mailbox like she couldn't even be bothered to seal it. It started like this: "I've been doing a lot of thinking. I know what I did was unforgivable, but I also know it didn't come from nothing. I think we both stopped trying." Nope. The whole thing was soaked in passive language, like the cheating just happened, like our anniversary was a footnote, like maybe I should take some blame for not noticing how lost she felt. There was no real remorse, just a pitch for why we should start over. Like we were some failed project she wanted to relaunch. I didn't even finish reading it. I folded it once, dropped it in the trash, and moved on with my day. But she wasn't done. She messaged my sister again, this time with a different tactic. "Can you at least tell him I'm in therapy now? I'm working on myself. I finally understand what I did." My sister's response was perfect. "Good. Keep doing that. For yourself." Then she blocked her, too. The more doors closed, the more unhinged Emily became. She made a burner Instagram account and followed my new girlfriend. Liked 5 pictures in a row, then messaged her. "Just so you know, he was engaged less than 6 months ago. I hope you're ready for the mess he left behind." Classy. My girlfriend showed me the message, unfazed. She already knew everything. She had actually been through something similar, the reason we connected in the first place. There was no drama, no jealousy. Just this shared understanding that people like Emily always try to poison the next chapter when they realize they're not in it. The last message I got was sent from a friend's phone. It read, "You're being so cold. I don't even recognize you anymore. The old you would have at least talked to me. The old you wouldn't be so cruel." I stared at that for a while. Not because it got to me, but because it was finally clear. She didn't want me back. She wanted access. To comfort. To validation. To familiarity. She missed the version of me who would have soothed her guilt, softened the blow, and told her she was still worthy. But that version of me didn't exist anymore. I was no longer the man who'd clean up someone else's mess just to keep the peace. No longer the man who mistook loyalty for self-sacrifice. She had killed that version of me the night she chose attention from a stranger over love from someone who gave her everything. And the man who replaced him? He didn't reply. It had been almost 4 months. 4 months since I walked out. 4 months since the last desperate message. 4 months of silence, healing, and finally, peace. I hadn't thought about Emily in weeks. Not really. Until I got an invite to Erin's wedding, a mutual friend of ours from college. It was small. Backyard venue, maybe 40 people. I figured she'd be there. She and Erin had stayed friendly, though less so since everything went down. But I didn't care. By that point, I was showing up with someone new. Someone real. Her name was Lila. We'd met through work. She was the kind of person who didn't need constant attention, didn't post cryptic Instagram quotes, didn't treat relationships like status projects. She was funny, grounded, and best of all, uncomplicated. We weren't flaunting anything, but we weren't hiding it either. Emily saw us almost immediately. I caught it in my peripheral vision. That quick double take, the forced smile, the way her drink paused halfway to her mouth. She looked different. Not bad. Not tragic. Just like someone who had been trying too hard for too long and was starting to lose the performance. Her dress was tight, her makeup heavy, and her energy frantic beneath the surface. She didn't approach at first, just hovered, kept glancing over during toasts, through conversations. Lila noticed. That her? Yep. She's burning holes in your back. I know. Want to leave? No, I said calmly. She's already out of my life. Doesn't mean she gets to ruin the party. About an hour in, Emily finally made her move. I was refilling a drink when she came up behind me. Hey. I turned around slowly, looked her in the eyes. Hey. She gestured to Lila across the yard. So, is that serious? She's with me. That's serious enough. Emily gave a tight smile. She's different from what I expected. I tilted my head. How so? I don't know. She's just not your usual type. You're right, I said. She's not. I could see her swallow that. Her smile faded a little. You know, I've been doing a lot of work on myself, she said, softening her tone. I've grown a lot since everything. Good, I said. It was just one mistake, she added quickly. I know it doesn't erase anything. But you walked away like none of it mattered. Like I never mattered. I let that hang there. You said you loved me, she pressed, voice tightening. How do you just shut it off like that? I finally met her eyes. You told me cheating on our anniversary didn't mean anything, I said evenly. I just believed you. She blinked. Her lips parted like she wanted to fire back, but nothing came out. I kept going. You wanted to see if you could still pull guys. You did. You got your answer. And now you're upset because I'm not the one left picking up the pieces. She stepped back slightly, arms folding across her chest. That's not fair. No, I said. What's not fair is thinking love is a thing you get to test like a fire alarm and expect it to keep working after you've smashed it. She stared at me, jaw clenched, eyes glassy. I thought you were safe, she whispered. I thought you'd always be there. That was your first mistake, I said. Thinking loyalty means weakness. She looked toward Lila. She doesn't know everything. About us. She knows enough, I said. And she knows I'd never let her feel the way you made me feel that night. Emily took one long breath. Then the mask slipped. You're such a ****ing robot now. Cold. You used to have a heart. I gave her a small, almost sympathetic smile. I had a heart. I just stopped giving it to people who treat it like a scratch-off ticket. Then I nodded once, calm and final. Take care of yourself, Emily. And I walked away. She didn't try to follow. Didn't say goodbye. She just stood there, half fuming, half crumbling, as I rejoined Lila, took her hand, and walked toward a new chapter with someone who actually valued what I gave. From across the yard, I heard one of the guests whisper to another, damn, that was brutal. But it wasn't. It was clarity. It was the clean break I didn't get that night she blew up our anniversary. And this time, everyone saw it. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. What do you think about this story? Share it in the comments.